When Juan Soto signs for 15 years, $765 million, here's what you're going to get over 15 years. You're going to get every single moment. You're going to get the highest highs, the lowest lows, and everything in between. You're going to get the shimmy, the shake, the walks, the hits, the home runs, the RBIs, the grumpiness, the anger, the not running out balls to first base, not running out balls off the wall at Fenway, not running out ground balls to second base. You're going to get it all. You're going to get teammates who love him, teammates who can't stand him. You're going to get seasons where you're going to win a World Series and seasons when you're not going to perform at all. Think about any long-term relationship. They're all the same. Some people can stick it out. Some people can't. The people who can't stick it out, hey, the grass is greener. Let me find some new grass. Holy crikeys, this grass is totally brown. Or, wow, I can't believe how great the grass is that I'm now eating. Everybody knows when you sign a player to that sort of deal, what comes with it. Why now? Why now? Why have Carl Ravitch talk about the fact that Juan Soto's flying a private plane? Let me just stop that and tell you, no. Why have Michael Kay come out and talk about that Soto is whatever the word he used for him, that the Mets could deny publicly, but he's glum in the clubhouse? 18 years, Coke, I've never counted the number of players. I could go and count the team photos and count the number of different players. 25 times 18, that's if you turn over your entire roster, so that's not the math. Glum players, every day. I've told you my great glum story, haven't I? The World Series, Luis Castillo, one of my top 5 favorite players of all time who I had. Not the Luis Castillo on the Mariners. Mets fans may remember him. Marlins fans remember him. We won a World Series game at Yankee Stadium, game 1. And Juan Soto and Luis Castillo was in the clubhouse, head in his hands. We go up to him and say, Luis, what's going on, Papi? Like, what's wrong? Everything's great. And he said, Papi, bad game, bad game. I think it was game 1. He said, no, team won. Good game. He was so glum in the clubhouse because he wanted to perform so well. He wanted to help the team. There are players who are glum because they've had a bad day at home. They're fighting with their wives. They're upset with their kids. They're upset with their contract. How many people listening to this show have gone through your career without a glum day? For crying out loud, Coke and I, between the two of us, one of us is glum every single day. 1,280 shows, plus all the sit-downs and mailbags, special episodes. It's a non-story. The story, however, is what you expect from your players, whether they're making the minimum or whether they're making $51 million while Soto's making $61 million this year in a front-loaded deal before he can opt out. The video of him not running out balls, it's what makes you crazy. The video of thinking you hit a home run and all of a sudden you're on first base. The video of thinking you flew out to right field and then the ball gets dropped and you're only on first base. Every team has had a player who's done it. It's how you deal with the player that matters. Listen to what Carlos Mendoza, the manager of the Mets, said about Juan Soto. And then Coca clipped in what Soto said about whether or not he hustles. Listen to this tape.
Told him about it. Tonight, obviously, someone gets a hold of Juan and knows when he gets it, he's Juan, you know. And he thought he had it, you know, but with the win and all that. And in this ballpark, or you know, anywhere, but in particular in this one, with that wall right there, you got to get out of the box. So, yeah, we'll discuss that.
Last couple of nights, you've had a couple of plays where you were slow getting out of the box. Is that something you have to be more aware of?
No. I think been hustling very hard. If you see it today, you could tell.
For those of you who are listening to this, thank you. What you didn't see is Juan Soto looking damn glum. And what you heard was Carlos Mendoza not understanding the talking points. When you've got a situation with your star player There are meetings that happen after a game with the manager to talk about what the talking points will be. For Carlos Mendoza, it's very simple. It's not about Fenway Park. What Mendoza was saying is, in Fenway Park, you've got the wind, you've got the green monster, you've got to run, and then realize, well, no, it's every ballpark you have to run. Carlos Mendoza is saying Juan is Juan. Juan knows, and then realize, wait a minute, we don't say that about players. We don't differentiate and say, if you know, you know, you know, go ahead and jog right out of the box. Your players are taught you run out of the box. If it's a home run, you can slow down. Even players who say, David, I got it. I knew that it was out the minute it left my bat. The sound was perfect. The trajectory, the exit velocity, players don't talk that way. But the launch angle, players don't talk that way either. But I got it. We always asked our players to pimp between first and second base. They never listened, but we tried. Boy, did I try individually. We tried as a team. Run out of the box whenever you hit a home run. If you want, carry your bat. It's not against the rules. Carry your bat to first base. The situation with Juan Soto doesn't require a talking to by Carlos Mendoza. The situation with Juan Soto requires Juan Soto to not be Juan Soto, and Juan Soto will always be Juan Soto. What'd you think? All of a sudden, by signing him, the Mets would become the better team in New York? Did you think that the Mets would take over like the Clippers have tried to but never will in LA? Or the White Sox have tried to and never will in Chicago? Or the Mets have tried to and never will in New York? I don't care what Steve Cohen does. There is nothing, I'm sorry, Coca, there is nothing the Mets can do. There's not one player they can sign or 10 players where the Mets will become the Yankees. And that is their goal. It's Steve Ballmer's goal as well. It's been Jerry Reinsdorf's goal as well, constantly. Do you know how the conversation goes with players who don't hustle? You walk up to the player after the game. If you win, if you lose, you wait till the next day. If you win, you go into the clubhouse and say, dude, what was that? And they will say the same thing invariably every time. Yeah, I got it. I know. I mean, David, I got that one. Well, you didn't. It hit the wall. David, I'm telling you, I got it. It was a fly out to right field. David, I got it. It was a ground ball. Ground balls get booted every Mungadonishtik. Why wouldn't you just run? You're killing me, Smalls. Players don't change. We feel like we have to check the box that we go talk to them. Mendoza's checking the box. It's a very funny conversation. He goes up to Soto. He doesn't even call him in his office. No chance, toilet pants. He goes to Soto at his locker. If he's smart, he gets him in the food room, maybe even in the shower. Some of our best work is done in the shower. Hey, you want more soap? Can you run a ball out, for crying out loud? Done it. It sounded weird than it actually was. Odds of Soto changing? 0.0.